Today, I want to speak about a moment in our history when pain, fear, outrage, and responsibility collided all at once. On a January morning, news arrived that shook Bengal. Reports of brutal killings across the border, hospitals overflowing, women violated, children wounded, villages erased, and a horrifying silence enforced by those who wished to hide the truth. Those who escaped crossed into Bengal with nothing but terror in their eyes. There were whispers, fragments, scattered testimonies, enough to understand the scale of the tragedy, enough to know that this was not an accident, that was a storm deliberately unleashed. But while Bengal bled, something else happened across India. The news was softened, diluted, or buried altogether. Some papers urged restraint so that peace in Calcutta would not be disturbed, as if the comfort of the city mattered more than the lives being destroyed just across the line drawn by politics. And so the question rose, what are we in Bengal supposed to do? Remain silent while our own people are hunted, pretend nothing is happening, so the rest of the country may remain undisturbed. The people of Bengal gathered and raised a demand with their voice: open the border, rescue our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, let no one perish without help. Two Bengals, separated by history's cruelty, felt the same wound, and in that shared suffering, a new point of resolve was born, a resolve to rise again, a resolve to rebuild courage where fear had settled, a resolve to create a new Bengal, a new India, stronger, united, unafraid. But another question loomed behind all this. Was this the beginning of a larger turning point for India? A crisis so deep that it hinted all the birth of a new chapter for the nation. Moments like this test whether a people will stand still or rise with purpose. And rising requires clarity. First, the defense of the nation must come before everything else. Those who preach caution or speak of communal harmony only to weaken national resolve mislead the people. This is not the time for soft illusions. This is the time to stand firm, to defend, to protect. Second, India needs a clear, long term political vision. If partisan created wounds, then the only cure lies in removing the walls that keep wounds alive. True peace will come only when democratic freedom, unrestricted movement, and genuine reconciliation take root, leading one day to a renewed unity of the subcontinent. Third, India must change her foreign and defense policy from the roots. Relying on others for weapons or protection is a path to humiliation. We must build our own strength, our own industries, our own military readiness. A nation that waits for danger before preparing is a nation that invites disaster. Fourth, China's ambitions are not a distant threat. It aims to dominate Asia and sees India as the only obstacle. So, even today's conflicts and the larger challenge remains, India's preparation must continue without pause, without end. Fifth, internal stability is impossible when corruption thrives and millions lack food, shelter, and dignity. No society can survive with such extremes. If the leaders ignore this, history will not forgive them. Times of crisis demand responsibility, not excuses. And finally, a truth carried in the hearts of the people. There exists a deep mistrust regarding the story of a certain leader's disappearance. Committees have given answers, but the nation has not accepted them. Documents exist, testimonies exist, contradictions exist. The people believe that unwillingness, not ignorance, has kept the truth hidden. And in the moment when India looks for strength, the question of his fate becomes more than personal, it becomes national. If there is even a possibility that a guardian of India still lived beyond the shadows, then the nation has the right to know, and any attempt to suppress the truth would be an injustice history will not pardon. In terms of turmoil, destiny knocks loudly. Either a nation wakes up and shapes the future or sleeps and loses it. The choice, as always, rests with the people.